60 million years, the Earth's temperature has never been as high as it was when Titanoboa roamed the planet. This 50-foot snake thrived in a world so hot it would be uninhabitable for most modern species. Today we explore how climate influenced Titanoboa's evolution. With rising global temperatures, could we be recreating the conditions for giants like Titanoboa to return? Join us in uncovering this connection. In 2004, the Cerrejón coal mine became the stage for an extraordinary paleontological discovery. What began as a routine day of excavation quickly transformed into a pivotal moment in our understanding of prehistoric life. Workers unearthed a single massive vertebra unlike anything they had ever seen before, hinting at a creature of monstrous proportions. The Cerrejón mine had long been known for its rich fossil deposits, offering scientists a unique glimpse into the Paleocene epoch, a time when the world was recovering from the mass extinction that wiped out the dinosaurs. As news of the find spread, paleontologists from around the world flocked to the site. The initial confusion gave way to a painstaking process of excavation and analysis, with each new fossil uncovered adding another piece to the puzzle. The preservation of these fossils was remarkable, given the challenging conditions of tropical environments. High temperatures and abundant rainfall typically accelerate the decay of organic matter, making the survival of these fossils for millions of years extraordinary. The Cerrejón fossils had been protected by a combination of rapid burial in fine-grained sediments and the chemical composition of the surrounding rock. As the excavation continued, the true scale of the discovery emerged. The team wasn't dealing with just a single individual, but an entire population of these enormous snakes. After months of careful work, the final tally was astounding. Fossilized remains of 28 individual snakes, all belonging to the same species. This wealth of specimens allowed for a comprehensive study of the animal's anatomy, growth patterns, and potential variations within the population. The snake was given the name Titanoboa cerrejonensis, a fitting moniker for a creature of such immense proportions. The discovery opened up a world of questions about the ancient Earth. How could a cold-blooded reptile grow to such enormous sizes? What did this tell us about the climate during the Paleocene epoch? And perhaps most intriguingly, what other secrets might be hidden in the rocks beneath our feet, waiting to be uncovered? The fossils of Titanoboa serve as a window into a world long past, offering valuable insights into the evolution of life on our planet and the dramatic changes it has undergone over millions of years. This remarkable find not only revolutionized our understanding of prehistoric reptiles, but also provided crucial information about the environments they inhabited, shedding light on a fascinating chapter in Earth's history. Reconstructing Titanoboa from limited fossil evidence discovered in the Cerrejón coal mine presented paleontologists with a monumental challenge. The process required a combination of scientific expertise, careful analysis, and educated estimation to bring this prehistoric giant back to life on paper. The reconstruction began with meticulous examination of each fossilized vertebra. Scientists measured and compared these bones to those of modern snake species, using sophisticated scaling techniques to estimate Titanoboa's overall size and proportions. However, the fragmentary nature of the fossils meant that crucial information about the snake's skull, skin, and coloration was largely missing. One of the most significant challenges in reconstructing Titanoboa was accounting for its vast size difference compared to modern snakes. While an exceptionally large green anaconda might reach lengths of up to 20 feet, Titanoboa stretched to an astonishing 42 feet or more. This extreme size difference meant that scientists couldn't simply scale up existing snake models. They had to consider how such immense proportions would affect the animal's anatomy and physiology. As researchers examined Titanoboa's anatomy, they uncovered several features that set it apart from modern snakes. The vertebrae exhibited unique structural adaptations to support the snake's massive weight, while the ribs showed signs of increased muscle attachment, suggesting a body capable of exerting tremendous constricting force. The shape of the vertebrae also indicated that Titanoboa may have been better adapted for swimming than many of its modern counterparts, hinting at a semi-aquatic lifestyle. Based on the fossils discovered and comparisons with living snakes, scientists estimate that Titanoboa likely had more than 250 vertebrae. This high number would have contributed to the snake's incredible length and flexibility, allowing it to move efficiently both on land and in water. As we uncover the mysteries of Titanoboa's anatomy, we're left with a fascinating glimpse into a world vastly different from our own. The existence of such a massive snake raises intriguing questions about the environment that nurtured it. What kind of ecosystem could support a predator of this size? What were the climatic conditions that allowed cold-blooded reptiles to grow to such enormous proportions? To answer these questions, we must examine the ancient world of the Paleocene, a time when Earth's climate and landscapes were undergoing dramatic transformations in the wake of the dinosaurs' extinction. When discussing global warming today, we often refer to the concept of a few degrees warmer. However, 58 million years ago, Earth experienced a climate shift so drastic that it makes our current concerns seem minor. This was the world of Titanoboa, where extreme heat redefined the rules of survival. The Paleocene epoch, lasting from 66 to 56 million years ago, was a time of profound climatic change. Following the extinction of the dinosaurs, Earth entered a period of intense global warming, fundamentally altering the planet's climate systems. The world that Titanoboa inhabited was radically different from ours, with global temperatures rising far beyond the levels we experience today. To better understand this, consider our current climate worries. We're concerned about a potential 2 to 3 degrees Celsius rise in global temperatures by the end of this century. However, during the Paleocene, temperatures were 5 to 8 degrees Celsius higher than today's average, creating a hothouse Earth scenario that persisted for millions of years. In what is now Colombia, where Titanoboa fossils were found, the climate was particularly extreme. This region was dominated by vast, swampy rainforests teeming with life, adapted to the intense heat and humidity. These conditions provided a perfect environment for cold-blooded creatures like Titanoboa to thrive. Scientists use various methods to understand the climate of this ancient world. They analyze fossil leaves as plants adapt their leaf structure to the climate. The study of oxygen isotopes in fossilized bones and teeth offers precise temperature estimates. Additionally, the types of plant and animal species found in fossils give clues about climate conditions. For example, the presence of palm trees and crocodilians in the Cerrejón formation suggests a consistently warm and wet environment. This extreme climate played a critical role in the evolution of Titanoboa, influencing its metabolism, growth, and ultimately its size. The warm temperatures allowed for rapid growth, enabling Titanoboa to reach the colossal proportions we associate with it. As we explore this ancient giant's story, it becomes clear how climate profoundly shaped its development. What lessons does this ancient world hold for us as we face our own warming future? In the world of cold-blooded creatures, Titanoboa's colossal proportions challenge our understanding of reptilian growth. This ancient snake, stretching up to 50 feet in length, pushes the boundaries of what we thought possible for reptile size in relation to ambient temperature. The link between reptile size and temperature is well established in modern species. As ectotherms, reptiles rely on external heat sources to regulate their body temperature and metabolic processes. In warmer environments, reptiles can grow larger because they can maintain higher metabolic rates more easily. This phenomenon, known as Bergmann's rule in reverse, is observed in many reptile species today. However, Titanoboa's extreme size goes beyond this simple relationship. Two theories explain Titanoboa's gigantism. The hothouse Earth hypothesis argues that the Paleocene's warm climate, with temperatures ranging from 30 to 34 degrees Celsius, facilitated its growth by optimizing metabolic efficiency. Alternatively, some scientists believe Titanoboa's size was an evolutionary adaptation, providing advantages like the ability to prey on larger animals and enhanced thermoregulation in aquatic environments. These theories suggest that Titanoboa's metabolism may have been adapted to high temperatures, requiring specialized cardiovascular and respiratory systems to sustain its massive size. Research on large reptiles' metabolic needs highlights the immense energy demands Titanoboa would have faced. A snake of Titanoboa's proportions would have required a prodigious food supply to sustain itself. Estimates suggest that it may have needed to eat several hundred pounds of meat in a single meal, with long periods of digestion between feedings. This massive energy requirement may have acted as a limiting factor on Titanoboa's size, preventing it from growing even larger despite the favorable climate. Titanoboa may have been pushing the very boundaries of what was physiologically possible for a snake. The delicate balance between energy intake, metabolic efficiency, and the structural limitations of a serpentine body likely constrained its growth. Any larger, and the snake might have faced insurmountable challenges in moving, hunting, and maintaining its body temperature. Titanoboa's existence raises intriguing questions about the potential for extreme adaptations in a dramatically different climate. As we consider Titanoboa's role in its ecosystem, we must examine how this apex predator shaped and was shaped by its environment. What prey could sustain such a massive hunter? winter? How did Titanoboa's presence influence the evolution of other species in its habitat? The answers to these questions will provide further insights into the complex interplay between climate, evolution, and ecosystem dynamics in Earth's distant past. As the ultimate apex predator of its time, Titanoboa dominated a world vastly different from our own. In the absence of large mammals, this colossal snake ruled over a prehistoric swamp ecosystem, sustaining itself on an array of unique prey. Titanoboa's potential victims included giant turtles and primitive crocodilians, which shared its aquatic domain. These formidable creatures, despite their own impressive size and defenses, were no match for the enormous constrictor. Fossil evidence and comparisons to modern snake behavior suggests that Titanoboa primarily targeted these large aquatic and semi-aquatic species. The hunting strategies of Titanoboa likely resembled those of modern constrictors, but on a far grander scale. Using its heat-sensing abilities to detect warm-blooded prey, it would strike with incredible speed, wrapping its massive body around the victim. The immense pressure exerted by its coils would quickly subdue even the largest prey. Given its enormous size, Titanoboa's feeding habits must have been truly remarkable. While modern pythons and anacondas can go long periods between meals, they consume enormous amounts relative to their body size when they do eat. Scaling this up to Titanoboa's proportions suggests it could have consumed hundreds of pounds of meat in a single feeding event. This voracious appetite had far-reaching effects on the entire ecosystem. As the top predator, Titanoboa controlled prey populations, potentially influencing their evolution over time. Its presence likely impacted the behavior of other animals, leading to heightened vigilance and defensive strategies among potential prey species. The constant threat of Titanoboa may have influenced migration patterns, breeding behaviors, and even the physical characteristics of other species in the ecosystem. Titanoboa's role as the apex predator raises intriguing questions about its adaptations and capabilities. How did a creature of such enormous proportions navigate its swampy habitat effectively? What unique physical characteristics allowed it to be an efficient predator both on land and in water? To answer these questions, we must examine Titanoboa's distinctive features and the challenges posed by its massive size in its prehistoric environment. Picture yourself as a 50-foot long, 1-ton snake. How would you move? Where would you hide? As we explore Titanoboa's behavior and adaptations, we'll uncover the fascinating strategies that allowed this prehistoric giant to thrive in a world seemingly too small for its massive frame. Titanoboa's colossal size made it the undisputed apex predator of its environment, capable of subduing even the largest prey with ease. However, this enormous body also presented significant challenges. Moving such a massive form required an enormous amount of energy, and finding sufficient food to sustain its bulk was likely a constant struggle. Researchers believe that lateral undulation, the classic serpentine movement, was probably Titanoboa's primary mode of terrestrial locomotion. However, the energy cost of moving its enormous body on land would have been substantial. This leads to one of the most fascinating theories about Titanoboa's behavior: its likely semi-aquatic lifestyle. The fossil evidence, combined with our understanding of the Paleocene environment, suggests that Titanoboa spent a significant amount of time in water. In an aquatic environment, the snake's massive body would have been partially supported by buoyancy, making movement much more efficient. Its long, streamlined body would have allowed it to swim with considerable speed and agility, using powerful undulations similar to those of modern anacondas to propel itself through the swamps and rivers of its habitat. To understand Titanoboa's behavior, scientists often look to modern large snakes for clues. Like anacondas, Titanoboa was likely an ambush predator, using its camouflage and patience to wait for unsuspecting prey. Its heat-sensing pits, similar to those found in modern boas and pythons, would have allowed it to detect warm-blooded prey even in murky water or low-light conditions. Titanoboa's daily life was a balancing act between conserving energy and meeting its massive nutritional needs. Given its size, it probably didn't need to eat very frequently, but when it did, the meals would have been enormous. After a large meal, Titanoboa might have spent extended periods digesting, possibly submerged in water to help regulate its body temperature and avoid predators. As a cold-blooded animal, Titanoboa relied on its environment to regulate its body temperature. Its semi-aquatic lifestyle played a crucial role in this, allowing it to cool off in water when temperatures rose too high on land. This adaptation allowed it to dominate its ecosystem for millions of years, perfectly suited to its warm warm, swampy environment. However, as we turn our attention to Titanoboa's eventual extinction, we must consider how this specialized adaptation may have become a liability in a changing world. What environmental shifts could have posed challenges to a creature so well suited to its warm, aquatic habitat? The answer lies in the global climate changes that marked the end of Titanoboa's reign, setting the stage for the rise of new dominant species in the aftermath of this giant's demise. Titanoboa's reign as the mightiest predator of ancient Colombia came to an end as the Paleocene epoch transitioned into the Eocene around 56 million years ago. The stable, sweltering climate that had nurtured this colossal snake for millions of years began to shift, initiating a period of environmental upheaval that would prove challenging for the giant reptile. As global temperatures declined, the lush, swampy forests that had been Titanoboa's perfect hunting grounds underwent significant changes. The dense tropical vegetation thinned out, altering the entire food web and affecting the availability of prey species that Titanoboa relied upon. These environmental changes posed significant challenges for the cold-blooded creature, impacting its metabolism and ability to hunt and digest large meals. The cooling trend coincided with other global changes, including fluctuating sea levels and altered rainfall patterns. These factors led to the fragmentation of suitable habitats, potentially isolating populations of the giant snake and further compromising its ability to survive. Titanoboa's extinction was not a sudden event, but rather a gradual decline over thousands or perhaps even millions of years. As the climate continued to cool, Titanoboa may have undergone a reduction in size over successive generations, a phenomenon observed in other animal groups during periods of climatic cooling. However, the specialized adaptations that had made Titanoboa so successful in its hothouse world ultimately became liabilities in this new, cooler Earth. The extinction of Titanoboa marks a turning point in Earth's history, signaling the end of a period of extreme warmth and the beginning of a long-term cooling trend that would eventually lead to the Pleistocene ice ages. The disappearance of this apex predator would have had ripple effects throughout its ecosystem, altering the balance of predator and prey relationships and opening up new niches for other species to fill. Titanoboa's fate serves as a stark reminder of the profound impact climate change can have on even the most dominant species. As we face our own era of rapid environmental change, the story of this prehistoric giant prompts us to consider the long-term consequences of shifting global climates on Earth's ecosystems. What lessons can we glean from Titanoboa's extinction to inform our understanding of current and future climate dynamics? This question leads us to explore the relevance of Titanoboa's story to our contemporary environmental challenges. Titanoboa's fossilized remains offer a unique glimpse into Earth's ancient climate, acting as a valuable proxy for past hothouse conditions and offering key insights into prehistoric ecosystems. As we confront current global warming, this ancient giant story takes on new relevance, highlighting both similarities and stark differences between past and present climate change. The Paleocene world Titanoboa lived in was much warmer than today. However, this warming unfolded gradually over millions of years, allowing ecosystems to adapt. In contrast, our current climate change is happening at an unprecedented rate, leaving modern ecosystems struggling to keep pace in just a few decades. Titanoboa's existence in South America's tropical forests illustrates that extreme warmth can sustain complex ecosystems for long periods. Yet it also reveals the dangers of rapid climate shifts. The Paleocene-Eocene thermal maximum (PETM) saw a rapid temperature spike that caused massive extinctions and ecosystem disruptions. Titanoboa's failure to survive this sudden heat surge shows that even heat-adapted species have limits to their resilience. With current projections suggesting significant temperature increases by the end of the century, Earth's ecosystems could be fundamentally altered, potentially creating conditions unseen for millions of years. Titanoboa's presence underscores the importance of long-term warming and its effect on food webs, as the tropics during the Paleocene had stable temperatures that supported specialized species. As we examine Titanoboa's legacy, we are faced with the pressing question: what could the rapid temperature shifts of today mean for modern ecosystems? Titanoboa's rise and eventual extinction offer valuable lessons in understanding climate change's impact and guide our approach to preserving biodiversity in a warming world. Titanoboa's discovery has revolutionized our understanding of snake evolution and prehistoric ecosystems. This colossal serpent from the Paleocene epoch has compelled scientists to reassess fundamental concepts in herpetology, challenging established theories about snake physiology and growth limits. Titanoboa's impact extends beyond its own species, serving as a valuable tool for understanding extinct fauna and their habitats. As an apex predator, its size provides critical information about the entire ecosystem it inhabited, allowing researchers to make inferences about prey species, plant life, and overall environmental conditions of the Paleocene epoch. The discovery has ignited a surge of new research into prehistoric snakes and their ecosystems. Paleontologists are revisiting fossil collections with renewed interest, searching for evidence of other giant snake species that might have coexisted with or followed Titanoboa. This renewed focus has already yielded results, with several other large prehistoric snake species being identified or re-examined in recent years. Titanoboa's legacy remains influential across multiple scientific fields, highlighting the remarkable adaptability of life and the significant role of environmental factors in evolution. It demonstrates that under certain conditions, snakes can evolve to extraordinary sizes, sparking further research into reptilian adaptation. Despite the insights gained, many questions about Titanoboa's hunting methods, prey range, and life cycle persist. These gaps remind us that our knowledge of prehistoric life is still incomplete. As we consider Titanoboa's impact, we wonder what other giant discoveries remain hidden in prehistory, awaiting to reshape our understanding of evolutionary history. As we wrap up our exploration of Titanoboa, we gain a deeper understanding of Earth's incredible capacity for change and adaptation. This massive serpent, thriving in a much warmer world, highlights life's resilience in extreme conditions. Its story not only reflects the dramatic shifts in Earth's climate, but also the adaptability of life itself. In our era of rapid global warming, Titanoboa's legacy serves as both a reminder of life's ability to persist and a warning of the potential consequences of rapid climate change. It challenges us to consider our role in preserving Earth's delicate ecosystems.